Welcome back to Fire Queen 11. I cannot believe I have a microphone for this, but I can't get it used yet right now. It seems like if I plug it in, it doesn't record. I get nothing. So I have to hold this thing to talk, which I don't know how that's going to work when I read cards. It's bad enough my hands are already numb, and they are seriously numb. Well, we'll see what happens. Anyway, my recording for this episode is going to be talking about something very serious, but some of you might not care about this topic. Most of you who have read through my community area see that I'm into topics that make you really think, topics that are a little avant-garde, shall I say, or a little bit more edgy than the typical, I like to force the brain to actually question things. That's how I am. I don't take to immediate quick answers or factory canned answers, if you will. I like to really dive into subjects and understand, or, understand, as they say. I like to really get into the meat of the matter. And there are a lot of subjects of today's era we're not allowed to talk about. That's why the cover shows the conspiracy theory film with the lead characters with mouth, gags, if you will, okay? Censored, okay? Well, right around 2020, we found out that we would be censored. We found out we'd be wearing face masks, as some people impolitely put them as face diapers, right? We would be prone to being told also we weren't allowed to say particular things in particular places, like where we are right here. And so we're not allowed to really speak of some subjects. I can say C19, that topic, right? I can say that's kind of the basis of what I'm talking about right here. Let's just say gene therapy, gene altering, RNA, creating sequencing that they can put into anything. So RNA is something that is the virus that is found in produce. Okay, I don't know if you know all that, but anyway, people were being coaxed, reprimanded, forced. What would the word cajole? What words would you come with when you want to think about being forced to have a VAX, put into your body, right? What would you consider it? Forced, mandatory. They said mandated, right? So I guess what I'm going down the line with this one is I have purposely been a person to stand up against it, speak up against it when possible, but can't do that very well. This world won't let us, right? But I can tell you, if you're here listening and you haven't had them, or you're resisting to get further, because they will check, because they want to make sure there's plenty of them in you, okay? So if you are finally saying, enough's enough, I found out they're not good, they're, KILIing, and, anyone, right? Because they're a deletion VAX, they're a deletion. And most people don't see it as a GENOCIDE, but that's what it is, okay? And you don't have to agree. This is entertainment purposes only, okay? You don't have to agree. But the point I'm trying to make is the reason I know that they're trying to really force this issue on us is we have heard that the dollar is starting to get, I guess they're considering making it illegal to have the dollar currency, okay, in America. I don't know about elsewhere, but they're doing away with old-fashioned standards, if you will. And I presume it's because they're going to start making sure we have the passport for anything and everything we wish to do. But what I'm trying to get to is why it took me nearly 3 weeks to not receive products when I'm a good customer from one company that has once been owned, and I'm not sure if it still is, by Jeff Bezos. So that company, let's just call it the prime example. I tried to order tea tree oil hand soap from them that I previously had bought months and months beforehand, over and over again. Like I was a repeat buyer of that product. 2 different companies I bought it from, so I tried both. When one would not work, where it sat there waiting to ship but never did, I simply went to the other company and it wouldn't ship either. It was 3.5 weeks later, I still hadn't received them. They seemed to be in stock. I ordered other things just to see if I was having problems with the company or my credit card or, what was going on, right? Well, the only thing that they were giving me trouble with was that particular item, and it didn't matter who produced it. Then I went to Temu. the sorry, my voice was getting lost there. The competitor, and all they had was bath soap. Well, bath soap is different from hand soap because your body is made of varying kind of tissues. So they're not going to make it more strong for the bath variety as they would say a hand. So I was like, I'm not going to go there and get that because it's not going to be qualified to handle hand germs. Hand germs are the dirtiest germs you're going to encounter. I know you're going to argue about the Heine, right? And the privates. Okay. Yeah, I get you. But those are private areas that are also very sensitive. And tea tree oil is something that could burn such areas. So I don't think that it's really the way to go. I don't think they're going to make that kind of soap so strong. So anyways, long story short, I had to get my husband to order them for me because I couldn't get them to send for me. Lickety split. No trouble at all. They got sent. I didn't even have a way of contacting the sellers. So because I haven't had the you-know-what, now he had a stint where he was in, it was an emergency room or somewhere in the hospital where I think they gave him a treatment. Okay? I think he got one. Now, I have not been intimate with him since said time, but we've been together. I mean, we've been around each other. I'm sure we've swapped germs to some level, but the point is that I have not had particulars put within me. So they know this. So that's the only thing I could think of. And then I asked my mother. She was not troubled at all about buying this. Only thing I could put together was I had gone against having that particular thing done to my body to update myself, as they would say. So if you're a person who has been trying to remain, what is that, the term that they use? You want to keep yourself unadulterated, the natural version of self, aside from those ones that you had, those consider boosters they gave you as a child going to school or college, or if you had to go across, air travel, over the seas to visit another country or something, you might have to have something like that. But let's just say you're someone who just doesn't want to do this to yourself for religious purposes or any other purposes, right? They might stop you from buying things. They might stop you from buying anything. I don't know. So this is where we're headed. I just thought I would share that, and I'm not comfortable about it, but, I hope we're going to get out of this hell we're in. I really do. Because it's not fair they're doing this to us, and I don't think anyone should be treated this way. Anyway, I am going to leave this one here. I have another topic that's coming up that's going to be very interesting. I just got through watching Mr. and Mrs. Smith, the TV series on Prime, same company I was speaking of a minute ago, and I was thinking about it and Mr. Smith in the Matrix. I was also thinking about twin flames. And all this kind of links together for me. Okay, I'll be back with this, and it will be soon. This is Fire Queen 11. Thanks for listening. Don't forget to hit the like button, notification bell, and don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for listening. Bye for now.